We'll develop another component. Excuse me. Just look at the program here. What I did is I went to index.js. Okay. I was just getting holder.js, right? Now I'll remove this holder.js. देखो हम क्या कर रहे हैं. I just told holder there. Okay. And now I'll save it. एक एरर तो मिल गया क्योंकि holder is not actually available. Holder के अंदर जाएंगे हम. This holder, whatever I have, let me rename to index. Right? Index. अभी क्या हो गया? Render हो गया? So what did you understand? So any folder name you give, okay, any folder name, you have to just tell what component to consume from there. If you don't consume any component, by default it is index which is consumed. Okay, if you don't give anything, the default is index. But generally you will give the proper name, right? What is required. So holder, it is index. समझ में आ गया यहाँ तक? The basics? Okay, slowly I'll just take you in. ये holder हो गया. I'll go for the next one. See, there are two types of components you can build in React. One is a functional component, whatever I'm building. Okay, so which is called as a non-state component. The second one is a stateful component. Okay, which can maintain a state, which can remember some states. So let me use. Now when you come here, recording start to work, yeah? Okay, let me create a stateful component now for you. Guys, I didn't start React still. I'm just giving only those things where you can practice a little and come. Right? And then we'll put in. I told there are only 15 to 20 APIs you have to learn. Right? React में हो जाएगा. अभी तक सिर्फ component creation पता चला आपको. Right? So समझो कि आधा React हो गया. It's a very simple library. Now, source, excuse me, I'll create a folder. So I'll tell stateful component. So इसके अंदर क्या करेंगे हम? So now when I put index, you all will understand, right? Anji. Now what I'll do is, to create a stateful component, I have to create a class. So far I was creating a function. I have to create a class, a simple JavaScript class. Did you all create classes in JavaScripts? Pata hai na? Oops. Okay, because that's why we gave that break in between. Okay, for you to do that HTML and all those. Right. So now, I'll create a class. क्या नाम दूँ? So I'll give the same name. जो भी नाम चाहिए दे सकते हो. So I'll just give a class name called CA. But it has to extend. Extend what? I have to extend something called React dot. So there is a React which I have to import. Let me import, help me. Import React from, import React, ये तो capital होना चाहिए. React from React. ठीक है? So here when you come, I'm telling React dot component is the one what I want to use. ठीक है? So you're creating a class. Okay, so ES6 classes, or else you use a W3C and find out ES6 classes, how to create and how to operate on that. Right, ES6 classes. That's why I was trying to move React for tomorrow, but it becomes too late. 2 दिन में बहुत सीखने का मुश्किल हो जाएगा. I thought little, at least you can work and come. So extends, right? And now, when you wrote a functional component, whatever you return that was getting stitched with your DOM. But here you'll have so many methods in your class. But the method called render. This is whatever you return from render, that's what finally gets into your DOM. Is that clear? Render. So render may, I have to tell return what do you want to return. Okay, so what is that you want to return? That I have to feed here. So here I'm telling I want to return a div element. Okay, which div element which tells hello CDAC. Kafi hai? And we have one more job. What is that? Export default. Okay, export default. सब ठीक ठाक है. Now I'll come to your index. So the holder is done for you now. So I'll call it as 3. So keep looking like that. Now when you come here, help me, I have to import क्या नाम दिया था मैंने? Stateful. You give any name, no problem. Stateful from stateful. The file names can be lowercase, guys. Only this is what you consume. Okay, that is important for you. Stateful. और यहाँ पे feed stateful. Just run this and go and see here. You have rendered hello CDAC. Okay, so only thing what I want you to see here is, okay, so there is a render method. Now how to maintain state and all those we'll see. First you all have to get this idea flow clearly. Okay, that's the render method. You can just utilize. साहिल एक्चुअली गड़बड़ कर दिया मुझे. रिकॉर्ड नहीं हो रहा है. हो रहा है. Right, guys? So you wrote one render. I'll come in this. एक मिनट, एक और render लिखते हैं हम. Right? और यहाँ पे when you come here where skin is equal to so I'm telling font size is 75 pixels. Okay, and color. Okay, so how do you get a gray color? Not gray. RGB mix now. Oh. So this is red, green, blue. This is red, right? Correct, right? The first two belongs to red. Next is green. Next is blue. RGB. Excuse me. And let us try to put that skin here. Style is equal to skin. पहले भी style गड़बड़ हो गया था. Just run this. Go and see. अभी ठीक है? Right, gentlemen? I just created that skin and I'm just passing it inside. Okay, it gets expanded here, so it becomes like double. समझे क्या? Okay, I'll stop the recording.